thing.
Oh,
So like if you're reading, when he reads a book, he can't picture the scene. It's just the words.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting. So what does make him go calm then? What does he have to just breathe? Does he?
I said to him, he's probably better with something physical. So like focusing on like different body parts or something. But yeah, so he couldn't do like a mind wandering into a forest, see some trees, all that kind of stuff. He just couldn't do that. And he's not
Mm-hmm.
alone.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Oh,
there
there's
you
two
go.
Sophie.
Isn't it funny that we're always all different about how we can
Mm.
picture things and do things and what makes people relax? Like I can't listen to the breathing thing. I find it really difficult. So weird.
Well, yeah, I suppose not everything works for everybody.
No. But that's worth bearing in mind though, isn't it? When
Yeah.
if you're sitting there trying to tell your husband to relax and you're like, visualize a tree, he's like,
And
nah.
he would sit there and be breathing, but he wouldn't picture the thing I'm telling him to. So it's almost
Point pointless.
pointless. Yeah, exactly. But yeah.
Do you think
Yeah, so
people would
mine always
tell you
comes back
that?
to you what?
Do you think people would tell you that in a class? Do you think they would
No, I don't think they would.
lay there quietly?
Mm. I mean, so you'd probably still get something out of it because it's just listening to someone's relaxing voice is relaxing. And if you focus on the breathing that they say, I suppose,
Mm.
you just wouldn't be standing next to the ocean with the waves lapping at your feet, which is what I have obviously written about. I've written my beginners thing over and over so many times.
Have you? You rewrote it after last week?
Slightly, yeah. I just took a few things out. I've redone it today, as in like gone through it, and I'm worried it's too slow now. At first it was too fast, and now I'm worried it's too slow. So I'm going to treat you both like you don't know anything.
That's okay though. That's what it is, isn't it, really?
Yeah, you have to pretend you don't know anything.
That's why I specified my weeks. So I was a bit like, you could be a beginner at week 6, couldn't you? Be a beginner at week 12. You could
You
be,
could be, yeah.
but get somebody who's completely never done it before in your life and looking at you like you're completely mad.
But then I suppose also you could have someone who's all right at it, but you're making them look at it in a different way.
Sometimes it's worthwhile going back to the beginning anyway, isn't it? Worthwhile
Yeah,
to just
I've been doing
remember
some
where your
beginner.
weight's supposed to be. Sorry, go on.
I've been doing some beginner ones recently. When after she told us to do this, and it is really interesting because
Mm.
you forget that you don't know, you don't know,
Mm.
and like you think you tell someone to do something and you would just do it, but another person who has no idea what you're talking about will be like, "What?"
Recording
Yeah.
in progress.
Some people are really uncoordinated as well. They don't know the left from the right, and they get muddled in a tangle with their arms.
Got two Soapy Bickerdike screens going on.
She moves us, doesn't she, onto it? Is it onto her iPad?
That's clever.
You've got a whole like studio set up there, so
I have.
oh, she's so posh. Not on a living room floor, is she?
Okay. Can I hear you?
Hello, testing.
Hello?
Testing. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
She can't hear us. Could say anything.
No, I can actually.
Damn it.
Okay, we're there.
Well, you're echoey.
Oh.
Oh, it's like you're underwater.
You know those arms? Done these arms a lot this week. There's lots of people. Not all of the crazy arms that went on for ages. Were you there? No, you weren't there at that class. Oh my God. That was just the most evil arm thing she did. An entire like 10-minute track. Arms.
Oh.
Honestly, my arms. And then, oh, let's just do press ups. Yes, let's. My arms like,
That sounds intense.
it was really good. It was weirdly really good. It was just waving.
You just didn't enjoy it during the time. At the time.
Okay.
You didn't enjoy it at the time, though.
I did enjoy it. I did. But
you did.
Towards the end, it was a bit like. And Sophie just sitting there going, la 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 la.
This is so easy for me.
What sauce?
It was good.
Balsamic and a bit of chili sauce on the side.
Balsamic.
That's nice.
What
Dinner,
would you do?
splendid.
What would you add to olive oil? Or what would you add to a feta cheese salad?
Just a bit of balsamic.
Bit of
Yeah.
balsam.
Bit of salt. It's always nice to put a bit of salt on it.
Yeah. That's all.
Okay. Gabby's cooking. It's all good.
Splendid.
Right. So, right.
Oregano.
Oh, oregano, Gabs. Fresh, please. Right.
Olive.
Ugh, not olives.
Yummy.
So it's such a like one of those things that you either love or hate, aren't they?
Yes, definitely.
Right. So we're ready. Let's get our blindfolds on.
Okay.
The idea. Right. I'm just going to just record.
Shut my
now.
eyes. I always shut my eyes when I'm doing song salutations. Is that weird?
No, that's right.
Oh, super. You have to get to the mat. Actually. Maybe I'll do that. So I'm in quite a lot of pain. My hands hurting and my knees hurting, so I might just adapt it a little bit.
See both. Ready? That's better. Right. Okay, so lovely blindfolds. Both of you look a lot more professional than mine, to be honest. You can get some really good ones which are bandages, and I do have some somewhere, but
I'm glad I've seen that actually, Sophie. I like that a lot.
yeah. So my ski mask is going to be my one. Right, brilliant. I'll just plug this in.
Cut my hair.
So let's just set our intention for our practice.
Not falling over.
Not falling over.
Oh, I can't move the way.
Hear me?
Who's leading them?
Beautiful.
Very quiet.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Great. Okay, so I'm going to do it blindfold to you, to me, to you, to me.
What?
When a person leading should be blindfold, what do you think? I don't know. It's all going on, isn't it?
Lost the plot tonight, haven't we really?
Always lost the plot. But the thing is, Vicky, nothing is real. Remember that. That is our motto for tonight. Nothing is real. Assume nothing. Okay. So closing your eyes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back. Squeeze the legs together and gently drop down.
Yeah, I'm off my mat already.
Inhale up. Exhale, come into downward dog, 5 breaths. Walk the feet towards the hands and gently come up to standing. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Bend the knees, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back. Dropping down, elbows behind you. Inhale, arch up. Exhale, down dog, 5 breaths. Bend the knees, look to the hands, stepping forwards. Soften the knees, inhale up. Exhale back up to standing. Again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, gently forward fold. Inhale, half rise. Weight on the hands, stepping back. Dropping down. Inhaling up. Exhale, down dog. Four more deep breaths. One more breath. Bend the knees, look to the hands. Go for a little jump. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, come back up to standing. Inhale one more time. Oh. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back. Dropping down. Inhale up. Exhale, down dog. Look to the hands, stepping forwards. Okay, let's switch to Vicky. One normal, one B.
Again. Say that again, Soph.
One sun salute A, one sun salute B.
Okie dokie. Inhale, look up, fingers touch. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half rise. Exhale, step on with your feet back, high plank, drop it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. 5 breaths here. Pressing into the palms, spread the fingers. Hips high, heels pressed down. 5 breaths. Relax the head. Gentle nod. Inhale, forward to the hands, step or jump the feet forwards, half rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, soften the knees, up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands to the start. Soften through the knees. Inhale, look up. Fingers touch chair. Exhale, forward fold. Straighten the legs. Inhale, half right. Exhale, step or hop your feet back, high plank. Drop it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips high, lift up the right foot. Swing it through the middle of the hands. Rotate the back left foot up to warrior one. Inhale. Exhale, fold it back down. Oh, that's hard blindfolded. Forgotten what I'm doing now. Dropping down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot goes up, stepping through the middle of your hands. Rotate the back foot. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, fold it down, even better on the side. Bring it all the way down, drop it down. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths. Press into the hands. Open the shoulders. Relax the head. Heels down. 2 breaths. Inhale, look forward to the hands. Step up, hop the feet forward, half rise. Exhale, forward fold. Soften through the knees. Inhale, up to chair. Exhale, straighten the knees and put the hands to the side. Yay!
Well done. Okay, Claire, the same. 1A,
Well,
1B,
look-
please.
1A, 1B.
Yeah,
Do I keep my blindfold on?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to plank. And then lower to the ground. Inhale for cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the hips up high. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. And to focus on having a nice flat back. Relax the neck. Bend the knees if needs be, but lift the hips up high. That's 3. Spread the fingers nice and wide. And 1 more. Bend the knees and look to the hands and either step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale for halfway lift, a nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale to stand all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands down by your side. And going into B. So bend the knees and inhale the arms up overhead for Uttanasana, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift up to a flat back, halfway rise. Exhale, step back to high plank. And then lower to the ground. Inhale up for cobra, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then inhale the right leg up and bring that right foot to the front of the mat in between your hands. And then inhale, lift up for a high lunge. Exhale, hands back down around the feet. Step the foot back to plank and lower to the ground. Inhale up for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg to the ceiling. Bend the knee and bring that foot forward in between the hands. And then inhale, lift up for a high lunge without falling over. Exhale, hands back down around the foot. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And then exhale, lower to the ground. Inhale, lift up, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips back up for downward facing dog. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. Again, relax through that neck. Bring the shoulders away from the ears. Press in through those palms. Spread the fingers nice and wide. That's 3 breaths. 2 more. And then bend the knees and inhale, look towards the hands. Step or jump to the top of the mat. Inhale up for a halfway lift, nice flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees and bring the arms up overhead for chair pose. And then exhale to stand, arms back down by your side.
Okay, release the blindfold. Oh, well
really
done. Oh, fantastic.
Oh,
Well done. Now, Claire,
yes,
your turn.
I keep my blindfold on, makes me feel less embarrassed about talking.
That's the thing. It's
That's me.
one of the routes to enlightenment is the removal of the senses, pratihara. So pratihara, removing your eyesight for a while, is one way to achieve enlightenment.
There we go.
I did. Quite like it.
Do you want me to start from the very beginning? Because I've got kind of like a warm-uppy,
Yes, please.
the whole thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Righty ho. If you have a couple of blocks to hand,
Let me just go get it, Claire. Sorry.
please feel free to use them. I shall be. Just wait.
Sorry.
That. Okay, so going to come to take a seat, either cross-legged or come into take a seat in hero pose. To take hero pose, I have stacked 2 blocks, or you can have 1 block, and then come to a kneeling position and bring your feet wider than the blocks, and then come to sit yourself down on top of the blocks. So you'll feel a nice internal rotation of your thighs, but be mindful of any strains onto your knees. If you're finding this too much, again, just come into a cross-legged seat or whatever feels comfortable for you. So now we're here and we're sat. Close the eyes or relax your gaze and take a few easy breaths in and out. Just to land here on the mat and forget about what's come before and what's happening next. We're just sitting here and we're breathing. Whilst you're breathing, just unclench the jaw and create some space in between your teeth. And on an inhale, bring the shoulders up towards the ears. On an exhale, drop them back down and feel the shoulders slide down your back. Do that again. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, shoulders down, relaxed down the back. From here, we're going to take some neck movement just to ease that up, get rid of any tension. So we're going to inhale to look up and exhale to look down. So first of all, inhale, lift the head up, bring the nose towards the ceiling. Exhale, drop the chin down towards the chest. Again, inhale, lift that nose up to the ceiling. Exhale, lower down, chin to chest. You should be feeling a nice stretch along the back there, the neck there. We'll do this a few more times, just a nice easy movement. Again, flowing with that breath. Inhaling up, exhaling, chin to chest. Last one of these. On the next inhale, just bring the neck to a nice neutral position, looking head facing forward, and we're going to do side to side movements. So inhaling, looking over to the right, exhale through center, inhale, look over to the left, exhale through center. And again, we're just going to repeat that a few times to ease any tension in that neck, not pushing it too far, just where you feel a nice stretch. So inhaling over to one side, exhaling through the middle, and then inhaling again over to the opposite side. Just do one more of these. Exhale through center, last one, and then bringing back to looking forward. From here, we're going to come up onto our knees, move the blocks just over to the side, don't need those for a moment. We're just going to come into all fours, so wrist underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, top of the feet are on the floor, so we're pressing away from the floor with our hands, our knees, and the tops of our feet. Got a nice neutral spine, the neck is elongated, the crown is pushing towards the opposite wall, and we're going to go into our cat-cow. So first of all, we're going to inhale and drop the belly. We're going to look up with our head, we're going to lift our tailbone up, and then as we exhale, we're going to push away and round through that shoulders and the back, tucking the tailbone under. And then we'll repeat that one more time. So inhale, drop the belly, lift up with the head, shoulders are away from the ears, tailbone up to the ceiling. And exhale, round through, push away from the floor with the hands and the feet. Feel that stretching the back body, tuck the pelvis under. And then inhale to arch up again. So we're making sure our elbow creases are facing forward. And then open up through the chest, and we're lifting up through the front body. And then exhale, round through that spine, tucking our pelvis and our head under. One more of those. Moving nice and slowly, warming up through the spine, all the back muscles. And next inhale, come to a nice neutral spine. We're going to just do some wrist circles to warm up through our wrists. So bring together the thumbs. The other fingers are spread out towards the top corners of your mat. And we're going to stay here and just do some very small circles, going one way and then the other. Nothing too dramatic. Just creating some movement in that wrist. Because our wrists take a lot when we're doing our different poses. Different movements. We don't often think about them. We just do what they do. So if you haven't already, we'll just switch and go the opposite direction. And just circle there for a few times. Inhaling as we come forward, exhaling as we go back. Again, pushing away from the floor. Keeping the back body activated. And then if we come back to our all four stance, we've got our wrists under our elbows again. We're going to tuck the toes. We're going to push back the hips. And then we're going to lift up the hips for a downward dog. So we're going to keep the legs bent, lift the hips up. So working towards a nice flat back. The legs don't need to be straight, and keep those bent, and then lift the hips all the way up and push back against the hands. And then we're just going to get some movement through the feet to warm up the bottom of the legs. Just going to move our toes up and down, heels up and down, walking our dog. And we're going to breathe here, focus on the breath as we move our legs. Inhaling and exhaling with each movement. Want to keep the neck nice and relaxed. Wanting to move the shoulders away from the ears so we're not all crunched up. Create some space there. And just take some nice easy movement through the legs. And then we'll just come to a nice stillness. Again, keeping the knees bent. And then look forward towards the hands. And we're going to just take some little baby steps to make our way all the way up. So our hands are in between our feet. Coming into a forward fold. So from here, we're going to have our knees bent. The head is relaxed, hanging. We're going to drape the belly over the upper thighs. And then we can either keep the hands to the floor, or you can use the blocks to bring the floor up to you. Or if you would like to, we can grasp either elbow and hang in a ragdoll. Do a nice stretch across the upper back. And just sway from side to side as we focus on our breathing. Inhaling and exhaling, just nice and easy. And we'll just stay here for 3 breaths. Keeping the knees bent takes a lot of pressure out of the lower back. And then from here, we're going to very slowly roll up to standing. So want to bend the knees even more generously than they already are. And again, that belly resting on top of the thighs. And then just slowly, as you can, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. tracing the front of the legs as you come up. The head is the last thing to come up. Keep it nice and tucked on the way there. And then here we arrive, standing on our mat in mountain pose. So we're standing up nice and straight. The head is over the heart is over the pelvis. Our pelvis is tucked slightly under, grounding down through the feet, engage through the legs, lift the kneecaps, lengthen through the spine. The arms are active down the side, as if you were reaching towards the ground. And just take a nice inhale here, and exhale out through the mouth. One more of those. Again, exhale out through the mouth. We're going to move into a Chandra Namaskar variation. I'm going to be using blocks for this, so if you just have them nearby so that they're there when we need them. And we're going to, from our standing in mountain, we're going to inhale and we're going to bend the knees and then reach the arms up overhead. We're going to reach up towards the ceiling, feel a nice full body stretch. Inhale as we're lifting up. And then we're going to exhale, bend the knees, hinge at the hips, and come down for a forward fold. Again, the hands are resting on the blocks or on the floor. And from here, we will then inhale, bring the hands to the shins and push against the shins. So we lift up from flat back to a halfway rise. You can keep a bend in the knees, but we're aiming for a nice flat back, elongated spine. And then from here, we're going to place the hands on the floor and we're going to step back our right foot as far as it'll go for now. You can then walk the front foot forward and the back one a little bit back when we're there, and then lower the right knee to the ground. So our front leg, our toes are facing forward, our knee is over our ankle, and our legs are in line with our hips. And then now we're comfortable in this position, we're going to inhale and we're going to lift up our arms. So we're looking up towards the ceiling. If it feels better, you can untuck that toe if it feels a bit more supportive, or you can keep it tucked. One or the other might feel better for you. And then exhale, going to bring those hands to our blocks. And then lift up the right knee, and we're going to step back our left leg to meet our right leg into a high lunge, and then come to our knees. And then just bring the hands to the ground, and we're going to lower our body down. So keep the elbows tucked in nicely towards the body, and then you can lower down thighs, hips, belly, chest. And then bring the hands in line with your chest, and we're going to inhale to a low cobra. So we're going to press into the ground with our pubic bone, not upper thighs, and we're going to push up engaging our back muscles. And inhale just to lift up just a little bit, looking forward, and then exhaling, we come back down again. And then we are going to tuck our toes, and we're going to push up to all fours into our downward dog. So again, we're going to lift up with the hips, keeping the knees bent, or you can straighten them this time if you would like. We are pressing down with our hands, lifting our hips and a nice flat back. And then from this position, we're going to bring our right leg forward. You can help it along, you can just push it along there so the right leg comes in between the hands. And our left leg is now back in a low lunge, and we're going to lower the knee there. And we're going to inhale, lift up, and reach our hands up to the ceiling. And then exhale, bring them back down around that front foot. And from here, we're going to lift the left knee. We're just going to rock a couple of times, and then bring that left foot forward to meet the right foot. We'll land in a forward fold with some nice bent knees. And then inhale, hands onto the shins. Lift up for a flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold again. And then keeping those knees bent, bring your hands to your hips. And we're going to inhale to lift all the way up to standing. Arms are going to lift up to the ceiling. And then exhale, hands come back down, the mountain pose. And then we're going to do that all over again. So we're going to inhale, lift the hands up overhead, nice big full body stretch. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. Down we go, rest that belly on top of the thighs. Inhale, lift up to a flat back. Pushing against those shins. Using the back body to lift us up. And then exhale, hands around the foot. This time we're going to step back with the left foot. That's going to go back as far as you can wiggle it back, wiggle the front one forward. And we've got to lower that knee. So we've got our right toes facing forward, got a nice line from our ankles to our knees, and our legs are about hip width apart. And from here, we're going to inhale and lift up, and then raise the hands up overhead, and then exhale, bring them back down to frame that front foot. Lift the left knee. We can, from here, use our blocks to give us a bit of extra height and space. So then we can then step back to a high plank and lower the knees. And then using your hands on the floor again, it's going to lower to the ground. So we're going to drop our hips, tummy, chest and head. Bring the hands back to chest level. Again, we're going to press in with our pubic bone and our upper thighs into the floor and push away. And inhale to lift up into a low cobra. And then exhale to release back down. And we're going to then come back through all fours. So push up onto all fours and lift the hips up high for a downward facing dog. Again, keeping the knees bent or straightening, whichever feels best for you. And then from here, we're going to step forward with our left leg. We're going to bring that, give it a helping hand if needs be. So our left foot is now in between our hands. We're going to lower the right knee. Inhale to lift up. Arms overhead. Exhale, hands back down around the foot. And then lift up our right knee. I'm going to rock just a couple of times for some momentum. And then step forward so the right foot meets the left foot. And inhale, lifting up to our halfway lift with our hands resting on our shins. And then exhale, bend the knees to forward fold. And then we're going to bring the hands to our hips. And from here, we're going to inhale all the way up to standing with the arms up overhead. And exhale, hands back down to our sides. So we're back now in our mountain pose. So we get back to having our head over our heart over our pelvis. Pelvis is tucked, pressing away from the floor, reaching down with our hands and inhale in. Exhale out through the mouth. Do that again, inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. We are going to inhale, bring the hands up overhead. A nice full body stretch. Bend the knees and exhale down to forward fold. And we're going to keep on bending the knees so we come into a little crouch on our toes. And then we're going to reach back with our hands to come down to sit down carefully on our bottoms. Going to do a low boat pose, and I'm going to use a block in between the legs just to have something to press against when we are in the boat pose, so that your legs aren't splaying in or out. It keeps them nicely in line with the hips, and it's something to focus on whilst we're breathing. So come to balance on your sit bones. So slightly move away any flesh that may be there. So you can feel your sit bones grounding down into the floor. And to create length in your spine from your seat to the base of your skull. And your knees are bent. And we're going to bring the hands underneath the knees so they're just behind the back of your legs. And then going to lean back slightly. You're going to engage through your pelvic floor and your stomach muscles. So you're going to lift in and up with those just to create an extra support level. And then lean back just very slightly so you can feel your tummy muscles working. And then we're going to very slowly begin to float 1 foot at a time, or you can do both, whichever you would like. So coming up, bringing the knees towards you, and then we're just going to lift, inhale, lift 1 foot, and lower, exhale, inhale to lift the other foot, and lower, exhale. We'll just keep on doing that a few times. Again, if you wish to, you can inhale and lift both feet up. And then exhale, bring both feet down to the ground. Keep on doing one at a time. We're pushing against the block just to create that feeling of support. We're leaning back. And then inhale, lift both feet. They don't have to come up very high. Just lift them up. And we're going to stay here for 3 breaths. Connect with your breath as you do this. So inhale, and as you exhale, just imagine your pelvic floor like a lift going up. And then inhale, and exhale. One more time. And then lower the feet to the ground. And to reward ourselves, we're going to have a nice self-hug. So again, our knees are bent, and this time we're going to wrap the hands around the front of our legs, and we're just going to lower the head to rest on our knees. So we are here, just breathing nice and easy, little rest after our hard work in our boat pose. Breathe into the back of your ribs, and allow yourself to tune into your own breath, feel the warmth of that breath. What hard work you've done. Again, breathing in. Feel that back body expand. And then from here, we're going to come down to onto our backs. So coming down carefully, going through your elbows down to the ground. And we're going to windscreen wiper our legs here, just to take out any tension that might be in our lower back. So if you lie on your back with your knees bent, and your feet are going to be as wide as your mat here. So what we're going to do is, as we're going to exhale, so inhale here in the center, and then exhale, drop the knees to one side, and exhale. And then inhale through the center, and then exhale, drop the knees over to the other side. You can bring your arms out to either cactus arms or a nice T position. And then inhale through the center, exhale, drop the knees to the other side. And we're going to move through this, really focusing on our breath here as we move. Upper body's nice and relaxed. Inhaling through center, exhaling, dropping our knees over to one side. Inhale through center, exhale. We'll do that a few more times. Nice flowing movement. And next inhale, stay in the center. We're just going to grab our blocks and place them either side of just below our hips. Bring the feet together, and then we're going to open our knees out like a book, Our feet come together, so the soles of our feet are pressing together. And our legs are coming to rest just onto our blocks. So our legs don't feel like they're just hanging in midair. And we're going to stay here in reclined cobbler. And we're going to close our eyes. And we're just going to rest here. And that's the end.
That's great. Should we just slip in 3 postures whilst we're here? I'll slip in 3 postures and then we'll go to our meditations. So we're going to slip in. Oh, again. She's not. So we're going to go to page 137. I'm trying not to use my glasses. Technically it's not, that's wrong, Sophie. So we went to Pindasana last week, didn't we? So we're going to go to Kukatasana, sorry, Kranchasana, Baddha Konasana, Upavishta Konasana. Here we are.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
So legs in cobbler, nice and separated.
What page are we on? Sorry, sir.
We're on page 131. This is cobbler.
For a moment.
So-
Oh, good.
Can you see it? I know.
Yeah.
So pull the flesh away from your sitting bones, and then straps might be handy if someone can't reach their feet. If you can reach your feet, fabulous, and go for a lean. Now, I think my back will go down, but it just takes time, and I think that's the key of this. It just takes time. So inhale. Move the hands gently down the legs, hinging at the hips, and then just open up as we lean. Just waiting. You can strap your legs if you like. Rounding and opening the tops of the shoulders and just letting the forehead come towards the floor. If you feel you need to, you can bring a bolster in between. Always nice. People like to do that. Gives a bit nicer feeling there. Just deepening the breath there, bringing the bolster in. Let's have a look.
Are the toes pointed?
The toe, I
Up?
flex mine. I flex my toes. So leaning right in and forward folding. That's it. And just let the head hang loose. So hinging at the hips.
Notification, Sophie. It says use the hands behind the hips to facilitate the lift and lengthening of the spine. What does that mean?
Use the hands behind the hips.
What, to like just tuck them underneath?
Yeah.
All right.
Or you
Sit
can
on it.
bring them, or you can bring the arms, or you could bring the arms further along. So like there. Arms behind, you can't see. Getting confused again because so you're leaning.
Are you sitting on your hands there, so?
No,
No.
just leaning in.
All right.
So obviously not everybody's as bendy as you. So we could use blocks. What else can we use? Straps. Maybe not go as far, maybe bring the legs a bit closer because not everyone will be able to get as wide with the legs.
you allowed to bend the knees, or do they have the legs stay straight?
Well, some people can't even do that, can they?
Mm.
So you could do one-legged, couldn't you? Yeah, just have to adapt
Well,
to each person.
I like the one-legged thing.
And then we've got the next one. So we've got Supta Konasana, sleeping angle pose. So
Sneaky.
come to the tip of the mat. Oh, my cat. What are you doing? Right. So we're going to go. Oh, they're so funny, aren't they, cats? So this is the key. This is what like daily practice will make easier. So you're leaning back, grabbing big toes first of all, and then bringing those legs up. Up we come, legs back. Didn't happen. And then rocking back. And then just coming back down.
Oh,
And
I
resting
nearly
back
made
down.
it. Oh.
Oh,
Trying to-
rocking going on here.
The key is to
That's
keep the legs straight all the time. That's the fun
Ugh.
bit, which is obviously not fun. So leaning in, lift the legs straight and back.
Stay there.
Oh no.
My body's going, let's roll back.
Yeah, mine too.
Oh, we just have fun here, backwards and forwards.
Down my legs and then come back down. Okay, so that's work in progress. I'd say that one. And I would say, don't give that to the person who can't do the other posture. That's only when you can do the other one, isn't it? So not even go there. Don't even go there. Maybe you could do gentle rocking in another way, couldn't you? You could do like just a little bit very gentle rocking for those people. And then Supta Padangusthasana, sleeping big toe posture. I think this is my favourite. Is it yours?
No.
I
Love
think probably
this
when
one.
I was younger, it might have been. It's not the worst, is it? Just laying around like this.
No. And you can strap up and straighten. Pull in.
I use my daughter's t-shirt as a strap.
Here we can have a little chat about, you know, life, can't we? And how our week's been. Claire, how was your week?
My week, well, we're ramping up to my daughter's last week at primary school. So we had like leavers party last week and all that stuff. And then my daughter was away on holiday for the first time without us. And it's been a couple of weeks, that's for sure. And then
There a lot of crying.
You what?
They're crying. I cried a lot that week.
Me?
I did that whole show, the end of year show, and the leavers assembly thing.
Oh, I know. Well, I didn't get to do it with myself. I did it with my eldest daughter, and then my second son was in year 6 when it was COVID, so he didn't have anything. So it'd be nice to actually do it this time.
Yeah. I also think so weird for them missing the end of school. All that stuff.
Yeah, I mean they were in school, but they were the only ones in school.
Yeah.
So they just got treated like crap in year 5 and never got to be year 6.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now they're just running around asking how to make salad. But we're doing well. We're doing well,
This is
aren't
not
we?
chicken nugget.
Not chicken nugget. Well, not at the moment. That'll be later.
Mm.
So swap legs over. Make sure you swap legs over.
Were we meant to be taking it out to the side? or just keeping it up?
Keeping it up at the moment. We'll go out to you're ahead. Let's
Sorry.
go to the side, Claire. Let's do
No.
it. Let's do it. Although it's not on this one. So out to the side.
I like this stretch.
It says
You
it in
like
the
that one?
Mm,
It's a good opening, isn't it?
yeah.
And try and keep the hips in line and both buttocks on the floor.
Strap is useful for this.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Mm.
Do you feel any unwinding as we're chatting? Do you feel it unwinding?
Quite stiff actually tonight. I worked hard today at work.
Have you?
Yeah.
You're so fit, Vicky.
I'm not. I just they're just they're just a bit hard to teach really now. I don't really teach any fit people anymore. I just teach neuro. So
What do you do?
dementia patient. I'm a PT kind of, but I'm like a specialist instructor. So I just work with neuro patients. So I do long-term exercise for neuro patients. So I teach 3 classes on a Monday. So I do a couple of personal like one-to-ones, and then I teach a super fit Parkinson's bunch, neuroactive, and then I teach a group with dementia who it's such a hard thing to teach, and then I teach a group of stroke patients. Quite tired on Monday normally.
No, Monday's a big day for you. Jesus.
It is hard. It's getting harder the older I get actually. My plan is to reduce some of that soon. There's nobody else to do it. There's nobody else at all that teaches it.
Yeah, I think I went in once to an old people's home and I took my gong.
How did that go?
Well,
I
the
used
man,
to do a few care homes. They were just so hard.
yeah, I just didn't think I was doing any good, to be honest.
Mm.
And what was really sad, I kept seeing people come bring your knees back in as told. I kept seeing people in the care home, and a couple of them I sort of recognised from walking around town.
Oh no.
Older people. And I
Mm.
thought, and then they were acting really dementia-like, and I was like, oh, that's so sad.
Doesn't take long before you lose your marbles in a care home, even if you didn't have them before.
Yeah. Yeah. So well done, Vicky.
I don't do so much. I've done a few, many care homes in my time, and I've done a lot of one-to-ones in care homes as well. It's hard, really. A bit tricky, actually. It'd be so bad if the staff would continue it when you'd left, but they won't. They don't do anything.
No, the staff is, yeah, I think that's half the problem, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Let's go into Chakrasana. So that's the last one we're going to do in this section. We're going to do Chakrasana, roll right back. So
What page is that on?
it's on page 139.
Okay.
Backward roll. Off we go. Woo! Ha ha ha!
Did you go all the way over then?
Yeah.
Oh.
Memory. You'll have a memory.
I can't
Yeah.
do. My neck don't like it.
Really?
Yeah,
Go
it
to the
used to. I
side
used
then. Go to
to
the
swell over my
side.
head all the time. I can go over a shoulder, but I can't go over my head anymore.
Right. Okay. Well, do what you can. Oh, I feel like I should do that one. Hang on. Yeah. Abhaya, Padangusthasana, both big toe posture. Next page. Just holding up and in. And then releasing and holding right in, bringing your hands behind the legs and bring the legs right in. Ooh. And rocking right over again. Right. Ah. So Upaya Padangusthasana and Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. So you're going upwards and looking up to big toes, and then you're drawing the legs in, bring the face into the legs. With those two. And then we're done. So we're going to be doing. Beautiful. Did you manage to do that one?
The first one.
Yeah.
The big feet toe crossing.
Oh, we missed one out as well, sorry. Look, Half Lord of the Fishes on page 137. So bring your left foot in half a hero, and then right foot round, and then twist round, opening up, looking behind. Oh, that's nice.
That's horrible.
We don't do enough twists.
I can't even get anywhere near that.
Twist round.
Ew. That's more dead fish.
Take 2 more breaths, breathe. Draw Mula Bandha in, Uddiyana Bandha in to try and twist from your centre and then twist round. And then let's go the other way. Right foot in, left foot over, right arm over, and twist.
More flexible. You can straighten the arm to reach the hand down and hold the big toe side of the foot. What?
What? Straighten the left arm.
Do that and that. So you could do.
Oh, oh, that's nice.
It is nice. And then maybe just bring that leg in a little bit more with the elbow. You just find a stretch in the hip there. This is ideal for anyone with, you know, who's struggling with their hips there.
Could you put that, the bent knee, somewhere else? If the knee didn't like it, would it be okay to just have it straight? That's the same as a practising. No, it's not. It's a bit different, isn't it?
Well, this is a doubled cross. If you could do the same way round, or you could do, bring the leg in that way and leg in that way, do the Marityasana instead.
Yeah. I'm just thinking if somebody had a bad knee, they might.
Yeah, they wouldn't like that, would they?
Wouldn't like that at all.
No, not with the bad knee.
I did that one in class actually on Sunday.
So let's just write down what we've done. Right, hang on, I'll write down that. You don't need to do anything. You need to get your meditations out whilst we're sat on the mat.
Oh, I'm just going into the loo.
You get your meditations out.
Into the loo.
Mm-hmm.
At least it was green tea today.
Did you enjoy your green tea? You're supposed to double bag it, aren't you?
Well, I don't like green tea.
Is it the polyphenols in it?
I don't know. I don't drink caffeinated drinks anyway, so this is a decaf green tea, but no, I find it. Although I was watching someone on Love Island and they have it with honey in, and I'm like, that could be okay.
Just that sentence. I was watching Love Island.
And I learned something new.
You didn't.
Got honey in with green tea.
Okay, yeah. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. So that's 6 postures for Facebook. I'll review that later. So, cats. Right, let's try our meditation. So Vic's up first. Vic, just go for it.
I don't think she's there.
Oh, she's disappeared now.
Was my beginner's 30-minute okay? It felt very, very long.
I think it was a bit longer than 30 minutes. That was wonderful though. No, really good, really good.
I slowed
Really
it right
enjoyed it.
down from the beginning.
think
The
that's-
first time I did it, I slowed it right down.
And that's the key, isn't it? Just to be in the moment and be present and just teach as you go and not be scared.
Mm.
No, it was good. Did you feel it went well?
I think so. I felt like it flowed quite nicely. I wanted to just put in the things that, I don't know, like not a bit of everything, but kind of like the key things that you do very, very frequently in most yoga. Like the things that you'll come across more
Yeah.
often than not.
Yeah. No, I
Things
think,
that you'll develop as your practice goes on.
yeah. I think, and I think each time you'll do it differently.
Mm.
But you've got that written down. Have you put it in the book?
I'm gonna get a folder. I saw this person.
Folder. Okay.
Yeah, and she had like sections for different things. So like beginners, meditations. And I'm like, oh.
Was it like a normal folder or plastic wallets?
It was just like a ring binder. A
I
plastic,
swear.
a regular ring binder.
I swear. There's all sorts of stationery involved in this. Love it. Okay, right. So off you go, Vicky.
You're gonna call me Victoria then, weren't you?
I was, but I thought I wouldn't do that today.
Okay.
Thought that wouldn't help.
Nothing will help. Sophie.
You'll be fine. Just do it. Rather than just beat yourself up about it, just do it.
I just
Do
feel
you
a
want to
bit.
put our blindfolds back on?
Yeah. I'm gonna sit on the floor with you. Is that what I'm supposed to do, or can I just sit here?
Whatever you feel comfortable doing. Whichever way it works for you.
Okay, so well, it doesn't work for me, so I'm gonna just go with it.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so pop a jumper on, grab a cushion or a bolster, sit down or lay down comfortably. Okay, if you're sitting, raise your hips if you feel that's right for you today. Try and sit up tall, gently resting your hands up on your knees or wherever they fall. You may choose to lay down if you prefer. Use some cushions or pillows to support you. Find a happy place to be. Sophie looks happy. Okay. Close your eyes. Become aware of the points where your body touches the floor, grounding you to the earth. Just take a moment to just have a little wriggle and just make sure you're relaxed and you're comfortable. Then when you're ready, begin to pay attention to your breathing. Now feeling the air fill your tummy. Notice the rise and fall of your rib cage. You feel the fabric on your clothes becoming tighter as you inhale and looser as you exhale. You might like to breathe in and out through your mouth, also in through your nose and out through your mouth, allowing the breath to gently drift past your lips. Notice any sound. Take a moment to recognize how wonderful this simple action is. Try to deepen your next breath, breathing in deeply. As you exhale, allow any tension you are holding to melt away as warm water melts ice. Take another deep breath. Perhaps try and hold this one a little, and then release it totally and slowly until your lungs are completely empty of air. Allow one more deep breath. Whisper to yourself, I am calm. I am calm. Now, allow your sweet breathing to return to a normal rhythm. Take some time to check in with your body, giving permission for it to kindly switch off and repair. Bring your attention to your head now. Be aware of your ears, forehead, the sockets of your eyes, jaw, and throat. You might like to rest your tongue gently behind your front teeth. Allow the jaw to open and relax, and allow any tension to drift away with your next exhale. Now, feel your shoulders relax away from your ears, drifting like angel wings down your back. Bring your attention to your arms now. Relax the wrist, the fingers. You might like to open your palms to allow the energy to flow in and out of your fingertips, drawing up through your arms towards your heart. Allow the energy to flow back down and out into the world. Drawing in, sending it out. Now, continue down to your tummy, to your back, hips and thighs. Relax your knees, calves, ankles, feet and toes. Now allow a moment to be still and breathe. You are safe. You are loved. When you're ready, begin to bring your thoughts back to your eyelids. Gently open them to return to the room. Inhale, stretch if you're sitting. Exhale, hands to heart. Namaste.
Wow. That was lovely.
Right.
What you were talking about, it's good.
Not allowed to moan anymore.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Did I go a bit faster? Did I go about the right speed?
I would say what you do is when you're doing it, try and do it as you do it, as you're saying it.
Mhm.
So you just connect with it yourself. So if you're actually meditating, then you can, your speed. You see
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
But that was fine. It's fine.
Cool.
Hey, well done. Right.
Thank you.
So Claire, I want to have a quick one.
Mine seems short in comparison to that one, but
Okay.
I couldn't remember. I didn't remember if you told us how long it was supposed to be. So
I didn't give it time, did I?
no.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to come to a comfortable seat, or you can lie down, whichever you prefer. using a cushion or a folded blanket for support and comfort. So come to sitting however you feel most comfortable for this. And then just rest the hands in your lap, or if you're lying down by your sides. Inhale through your nose. Feel your belly expand. Exhale through your nose. Feel your shoulders release down your back. Inhale through the nose. Again, feel your belly expand. Exhale through the nose and feel your jaw relax, creating some space in between the teeth. Relax the tongue to the base of the mouth. Visualize yourself standing at the edge of a golden beach, soft sand under your feet. Hear the sounds of waves rolling in and lapping at the shore. Feel the warmth of the sun surrounding you and the gentle breeze blowing in your hair. See the sunlight sparkling on the water, dancing and shimmering. When you breathe in, you see the sea coming in and covering your feet. When you breathe out, the tide goes out, dragging the sand with it. In it comes, and away it goes. Breathing in, the tide comes in, the feet is covered in water. Out it goes, taking the sand from under your feet. If your mind is busy, say silently to yourself, I am breathing in, I am here. I am breathing out. I am here. Stay in this beautiful place, allowing yourself to fully embrace the peace in your surroundings. Breathing in through the nose. Exhaling through the nose. And we inhale and exhale. Try and make the sound of the ocean at each breath. Feel fully immersed in your surroundings. When you feel ready, slowly bring your awareness back to the present moment, bringing with you that sense of peace and relaxation. Cup the hands over the eyes and slowly open the eyes with the fingers slightly parted. Release the hands down to your lap. Your back. Namaste.
Again, wonderful. I was getting the sea. Sea was coming in.
And going away as well.
I was getting wet feet.
Yeah.
But it was lovely. Right, brilliant. Let's come back to our chairs as we complete our practice. Well done. Feel like we're really getting somewhere, aren't we? Okay.
Like the sea, Claire. It's lovely.
I really like that.
Always, yeah, my mind goes to the ocean for relaxation.
Yeah.
It's got to be a nice warm place though, on it. It's not got to be the normal sea that my brain flicked a tiny bit. Or
Filey.
Not Filey. My brain flicked there and I was like, no, get out, get out. Back to Bali, back to Bali.
Yes, warm, sunny, golden sands.
Got it.
Not murky water and donkeys.
That poor bloke that got done for telling people they had to get weighed before they got on his donkeys. That was still in the news today.
Hey,
Did you read that?
that's fair enough.
I think it's fair enough as well. Donkey won't hold all that weight, will it?
I don't really agree with the donkey rides. So at very least, they should not be carrying massive heavy weights.
No, carrying little children.
Little children.
My pen. Oh, no pen again. I leave a pen in here every week, and every week it goes.
Getting better at this without destroying the meeting. Managed to move from side to side. Okay, so Palmer, did you manage to look at the videos then? What did you think?
Thought that first one was mad. The
What
others
did-
were fine. I like the Dalai Lama. Nothing about hogs.
Hogs. Oh, hogs.
Hogs. No idea what that man was talking about.
You just feel like they know what they're saying. They know what they're saying.
Just doesn't come out in
Maybe it doesn't
words.
fall on our ears with the same meaning. Maybe.
Yeah, so they what did you find anything in that? I mean, what's your thoughts of karma?
I do agree that it is a thing. Like, I do think that what you put out, you get back.
I'm not sure whether it's in this life or the next life.
Well,
I'd like to think that it was. I'd like to think that it was.
Yeah.
Let's go into the little video for a little recap here, shall we?
The second two were quite short, weren't they? I wrote notes a little bit actually.
And then we had a meditation practice, a future meditation that I've made as well. What I have done in the past with karma is that I've asked people to write 500 words on it.
I saw that you'd written that.
Yeah, well, I've
I
set
got
it draft at the moment, but we can, but the thing is, you haven't done your other bit yet, so we want to get that done first, don't we? Really?
What other bits?
Commentary on the sutras.
Yeah, they're taking a lot of reading though. So
Trying to commit to 10 pages every day.
oh, how's it going?
Not doing that. No. I'm trying, and then the week goes by so fast.
We'll try it because we've got
And then I read a bulk load of it.
3
and then
weeks.
it feels overwhelming.
Why don't you just do a commentary on what you've read so far?
Yeah.
Start the commentary and then do a little, then you can just carry on reading. At least then you've got something.
I can understand the base of it. I know that sounds silly, but
I feel like the more if you start writing and do interacting, it might help you.
I did write some notes in the book, but I've really just sort of started you see, I read it, and then I think I've got it, and then I think he makes really good sense, and I really like it, and then he just goes off on one and brings in some religion thing, which I kind of get now is sort of an overview of any old religion. It doesn't really matter, but it throws my process.
And then it comes back, doesn't it?
Yeah.
To something more specific.
Yeah. And it kind of makes sense when you keep reading, but it throws me off just a bit. I'm trying to understand it, that's why. And there's lots of things I don't understand. Lots of words. I'm starting like a glossary. Lots of words that I kind of don't understand. And I just need to get my head round the basics, I think. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And then I can kind of...
Well, the thing is, they don't conform to the laws of physics, these people.
Maybe I'm trying to make it too logical. Maybe.
There is there is the wall over there, and it's 98% space and only 2% real. And it's only real because somebody has told us that that wall is a wall, and we all believe it.
Well, I do get that, you see, because I work with stroke patients and they see the world really differently, or Parkinson's patients. They see the world completely differently. Things move that shouldn't move, and things appear completely differently, and their perception of what's moving and what still is different. So I really do get that. And
That
I
must
do
be awful.
Yeah, it must be absolutely awful. Everybody's
Yeah.
different too. So like what is the same for one person is different for somebody else. So I'm quite happy with that kind of wall being 98%, because I think actually, what's to say that we or anybody with schizophrenia sees the world wrong? What's to say they see it wrong? Maybe it's not wrong. Maybe they just see it differently.
Yeah.
But if you walk into a wall, you know about it.
Yeah. Do you though?
Always.
Do you though? It's only your perception of pain, isn't it? Somebody's told you that's going to hurt.
Yeah. So the idea is that all the thoughts that you have, all the thoughts that you have are your perceptions that you've built up over the years, the good and bad, the karmic thoughts that you have that are good and bad. Technically, they're all walls. And the karma is just the way that the energy is readjusting. Oh.
See why it's taken us so long to read this bloody book.
Yeah. So basically, there are no rules. There are no rules. So, okay, so try and write a commentary on maybe pick 3 sutras and write a commentary on those. I have to write that in our chat now because otherwise I'll have forgotten it.
Can I do one commentary on chapter 1, like on whatever the first one is, which is currently gone out of my brain? What is it? The first section, contemplation.
Yeah.
That's the bit I've read there.
Okay, I'll give you a choice. 1 chapter or 3 sutras. Yeah. The next bit is the 5 postures that we've just done. I'll just write them down. I've got behind myself now. I'll have to go back in and put this back in 9. I'll put it on our chat and then we've got it and then you can have it back. So we've got Upavishta Konasana, Uttanasana, Supta Pada Matsyendrasana. That looks like some sort of crisp, doesn't it?
What?
Pada Matsyendrasana. It's like a fancy name for a crisp. No? Urdhva Mukha. Ah. Mukha. My nails are too long. I need to cut them. A few months on this. Okay. In Facebook. And then we've got the next bit I've managed to get in. I'll put it in the thing, but I'll put it in here as well. So then we're doing some colouring in. Serious now. Back to here. And we're looking at muscles. So we're going to go page 8. I've got page 8 in mine. So you've got a different one. You'll have a different one. It's only the very simple muscles. I'm not going to be able to be a doctor with me, but I'll try my best. So there. So I just want you to do page 8. I'm just gonna
Which ones are you looking at? So
I've got them here. Trapezius,
Right.
delta, pectoralis, biceps, triceps, obliques, extensors, gluteus maximus, quadriceps, peroneus, gastrocnemius, soleus, tendon, origin of muscle, insertion of muscle. Following of that one.
don't have that picture. Hang on just a second.
I am just going to show what I've got here.
I don't actually have that, dude. Very different pictures.
There
Do you have that, Claire?
I'm just looking. I've got lots of different things, but not just one guy.
Do you have that book the same as me, Claire?
Yeah. Like I've got like the first thing. There isn't just one person.
I've got section, is it page 36, neuromuscular junction motor unit, the muscular system.
I want you to do the muscular system as a general, and then muscles of the face, head and neck, muscles of the torso, muscles of the upper limbs, muscles of the lower limbs. And
Okay.
in mine, it's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But I could equally photocopy these or take a picture of them if you don't have the exact ones. Because it's that one.
So our face one looks like that. So
It's more complex than mine. You've got a bigger book. What about your torso?
well, I've got another page of face. And another page of face. Yeah. Back and posterior neck. What this one?
I'm happy for you to do that, Vicky, if you want to go a bit in depth. Just choose, if you can just choose one whole body, one face, head and neck, one torso, upper limbs and lower limbs. So that you can look at, you can be looking at how the muscles are assembled and looking at the names of them. But B, we're going to be really looking at how those muscles work in our practice, more in module 3 than anything, but how they join together in each posture. So we don't really need to know the names, but it's nice for me. It's nice just to do these. You don't need to know them. I mean, zygomaticus. What's that?
Somewhere there's one guy.
That is the muscle that goes there.
Oh, that'll come in very handy.
Fighting.
Sure.
Could do with that better.
I think-
Tighten
I
it
think-
up. Needs to tighten up that one.
Does it? My whole face needs to tighten up.
And just pull it up there.
That's what I need to do.
Number 8 is the butchinator. I need a bit better butchinator come out. It's actually quite fun. So that is your homework this week. So you're not writing meditation, you're not writing practice, you're colouring in. Okay. We like to keep the variety in, and you're doing your Facebook practice and you're journaling and you're starting your writing. So we're more academic this week. Claire, you look confused. What's happening in your book?
I just can't find a whole man with his.
There isn't a whole
muscles.
man, Claire. There isn't one.
Is there not?
No.
Right, I'll take a picture of my man.
That just seems so silly, though, doesn't it?
So unfair.
Yeah, it's just in little bits, isn't it? We just have to search through it with the names, I think, Claire, because it's quite in depth, this, isn't it?
Yeah.
I do have a few.
Oh, there's a man.
Where?
There's a man there. On page 61.
I'm gonna take a picture of them all and give you the option anyway. I'm like, yeah. Oh, goodness.
No, I got a different. I might have a different book to you, even.
Really?
That's muscles of the bum on me, page 61.
Well, that's the page before on me.
Muscles of the bum. Are you going to study that one, Claire?
Mm.
I've got a lot of pictures of pelvic floor actually in the middle. Muscles of the
That could be your
pelvic floor.
speciality.
Well, do you know, I'm presenting on pelvic floor in September and I haven't done it for absolutely ages and I need to do a refresher. So maybe I'll save that
And
page for
yeah,
the beginning of September.
joyful.
Mm.
Okay, so
I'll find them.
colouring, and I'm going to put them on the chat anyway, so you've got them there. You can, and then you can just and then your daily practice. How's the daily practice coming along? And the
Good
journaling?
this
There's
week.
so much to do, isn't there?
I was good this week. I was good. Pretty happy with myself this week actually. Last week I was not happy at all.
I was really good when I had some time off from work.
Quite hard to juggle, isn't it?
Mm. I hate this time of year. I just think it's just a really crazy time of year.
Remind me where you were.
Just in general, though. I mean, like, so you've got end of term. It's just that everything seems to happen at once, and everyone wants to do something as well at this time of year. Well, there's things going on. You're like, oh,
It's quite tiring, isn't it?
Not your end of school production.
I love that. I love it.
We after Prague, we got home, and I got back. And I thought, right, thank God that's home. I mean, it was amazing, but it was like full on. And then we got back, and then one of the other mums said to me, "So see you on Saturday." I said, "Why?" "It's got a show on Saturday. I've got two shows." So I haven't got any ticket. I haven't got the tickets for them. I didn't know about what do they need to wear. What's the another show on Saturday?
Oh my God.
I was teaching at one time. I couldn't get to all the shows. And then I went to watch the show, and the show I managed to see, she goes, "And if you're staying for the next show," I was like, "Staying for the next show?" St. Jim. It's like, she's knackered now.
It's impossible, isn't it? It's impossible. Dance clubs, they're the worst, I think, dance. So much pressure.
See, I'd love to come to your rave thing on Wednesday, but it's when she's doing one of her performances, end of school
I've already
performances.
rescheduled it, so maybe
Oh, have you?
Following Wednesday.
Oh, I can do that, I think.
It's available. I might just do it on my own, don't worry. It's basically, I just need to get it was really useful last year because I did it, and I think I did it in class. In fact, if no one does the rave, I will do it in class. Because if I did it in class, then when I'm stood in front of people I don't know in the middle of a field and they're all stood there expecting me to know what to do, I'm ready. If I don't do it before, then I'm not ready and I look a dick. So I need to practice somewhere.
I do that, practice on my class on a Sunday night. I just make them do all sorts of weird things.
Yeah.
You've just make them just do it.
But you know what it's like, Vicky. It's just like, I have to do it.
Yeah. I feel quite lucky that I can actually do that. It's quite hard to not be able to do that. Quite hard to it's not quite nice. I just say to them, just gonna practice this today. Tweak it in there.
Yeah.
Tweak it in.
Yeah, I think we might be practicing something on Wednesday morning.
I'm coming on Wednesday. And then I'm going to abandon you on Wednesday and I'm going to try out some different yoga teachers.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing personal. I feel like I should. It's important in it to try other teachers and do different things.
Go for it. Okay, right. So we've got our colouring in, our our Facebook, our journaling. Have we got any other questions?
What were the post-it notes for?
We'll use those next week. We haven't got time now.
Okay. Fair enough. No, I don't think I have any questions.
Okay, right.
Apart from where is the man in my book, for God's sake?
Well,
Oh, I think I found him.
Oh,
use him? What's he got on there?
Well, he's got, it's a functional overview. So there's flexor, extensor, abductor, adductor, rotator, scapular, stabilizer, evertor, invertor. But not like, it's got like the big muscles, but it's more saying what they do, I think.
Not the main
But-
muscles then.
Oh,
Well,
it is the main muscles,
I-
but it is what they do. It is what
I
they're
can see his main
responsible for.
muscles. Yeah, but it's not.
Maybe
Yes.
maybe do the one that I put on the post-it as well. Yeah. Just
Which one?
It's not on the post-it, it's on the WhatsApp.
Yeah, we haven't got one in our book that is not their purpose, the function of the muscles. I don't think
Yeah.
it's not one of those, is there, Claire?
No, there's nothing simple.
No,
Well,
he's just a man chopped into small parts.
indeed. Yeah. Just have to do it like that. That's all right. Chop him up and do it like that.
Yeah, he's quite in depth when he's chopped up, isn't he? But
But there's lots of parts to us, isn't there?
quite complicated, aren't we? Surprising, no more things don't go wrong, quite frankly. I always think that. Yeah, there definitely isn't one, Claire.
We'll find something else.
Okay, I think I've given you enough to do, haven't I?
Yes.
I have.
Yes.
Right. Okay, so let's clear the space. Are you ready?
Is Brenda back this week?
Brenda's back next week, hopefully.
Okay.
Ready? 1, 2, 3. And again. And again. You're clearing the space of the walls because they're not really there.
And on that note,
All right, gorgeous. See you later. See you next week.
thanks, girls.
All right.
Bye.
Take care.
See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.